Good evening, this is Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. Aryan Khan will spend another night in jail. His bail hearing was adjourned today, but his counsel, Mr. Mukul Rohatgi, made it clear that Aryan should be judged only by what happened on the 2nd of October, the night he was apprehended, and nothing else. He made it a point to distance his client from the politics between Nawab Malik and Sameer Wankhede. He also said he has nothing to do with Prabhakar Syal, the new witness who's alleged that this whole thing was just an extortion racket. Is the Aryan case getting derailed by side events playing around it?
Matter is being heard. It will be heard tomorrow now. That's all.
Starting off with some breaking news, two more accused in the Mumbai drug cruise case have been granted bail. Aryan's defense team says it's a shot in the arm for the other accused, including Aryan himself. This will be brought up in the bail hearing tomorrow. Meanwhile, as Sameer Wankhede faces extortion charges, Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik has met with the Chief Minister and the Home Minister, and he has been assured that an investigation will take place. He also says that the Maharashtra Chief Minister will write to the Prime Minister in this regard. Let me go across to Vinay Deshpande, who has more on this. Let me try and get a sense of why these two people who have been granted bail, what material bearing will that have on Aryan's case at all?
Well, Zaka, the most important point is these are the first bails that have happened in this case. Why are they important? Because now the defense team of Aryan Khan and Arbaz Merchant can claim parity, because the charges that have been levelled against Aryan Khan, Arbaz Merchant are similar to the charges that were levelled against both the accused, Manish Garia and Avin Sahu. And that is why now the legal teams of Aryan and Arbaz can seek parity, because the charges levelled against them are at par with what were levelled against those accused who have got bail. That is why this is being seen as an extremely important step, which will be a shot in the arm for the bail application. And the defense counsels will now tell the Bombay High Court tomorrow, in a strategy that has been modified, that these bail applications should be taken on record in order to consider the bail pleas of Aryan, Arbaz and Munmun Dhamecha. On the other hand, the question is whether wheels have set rolling for an SIT within the Maharashtra government, because the Mumbai police have started preliminary probe into the allegations that have been levelled by Prabhakar Syal, an independent witness. While Nawab Malik made the Chief Minister as well as the Home Minister today, the Home Minister also held a meeting with the Mumbai Police Commissioner, and right now the Mumbai Police have already started recording the statement of Prabhakar Syal.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much, Vinay Deshpande there, our Mumbai Bureau Chief, with more details. It'll have a bearing, this release of two other accused in this case, in the same case, on bail. But let me play out some of the reactions. Nawab Malik has also reacted, and one of the lawyers has also reacted to the story.
The most important development that has happened outside the Bombay High Court today is that two persons have got bail in this case. Can you tell us the details, and can you tell us if this is going to affect the case in any case?
Yes, today there was an order which was passed by the Sessions Court where two people have been granted bail. So, in my view, definitely that is something which is advantageous to us. We will rely upon those orders tomorrow to try and convince the Honorable High Court that since the co-accused, whose case is on par, if not worse than us, has been granted bail, so therefore on the principles of parity we should be also granted bail.
आज मैं राज्य के गृह मंत्री और मुख्यमंत्री महोदय से मुलाकात हमने की है। 2 दिन पहले जो घटनाक्रम थी, हमने कहा था कि SIT के माध्यम से इसकी जांच होनी चाहिए। आज मुख्यमंत्री और गृह मंत्री से मिलने के बाद दोनों लोगों ने पहले भी बैठक की थी और बहुत सारी कंप्लेंट इस विषय को लेकर लोगों ने दाखिल की है। निश्चित रूप से तपास करके उसमें FIR दर्ज होगा, जांच शुरू होगी और स्वयं वो प्रधानमंत्री जी को खत लिखने वाले हैं।
All right, let me go across to our guest, Rajiv Pandey, spokesperson of the BJP. Shailesh Pandey is leader of the Shiv Sena. Kapil Sankla, senior lawyer, joining us, and Yashovardhan Azad, former IPS officer, also on the broadcast. Rajiv Pandey, I'll start with you because you just heard that news. 2 other accused, same case, same charges, have been granted bail, but Aryan Khan and the 2 others with him are still there only because he happens to have a famous surname. I mean, how is it that 2 other accused with same charges in the same case are given bail, but Aryan Khan is still languishing 23 days since he was arrested?
Jaka, I think this question you should ask from the session court, not to me. It's the session court which has not given bail to all these accused and given bail to other accused. Or you can ask the NCB. You know, NCB lawyers have made out a case, and for this, no political party can give reply.
I'm asking you as a lawyer also. I mean, you tell me.
No, I can. That's what
you tell me the same charges, same case, 2 accused get bail and the others are still there.
In my opinion, Jaka, as a lawyer, what I feel, I don't think so. Maybe what is the charge against them and these people? What is the investigation progress about these people? I am unable to comment because that paper is not before me.
Okay.
You know what I am trying to tell you, that what is the reason, you know, if a session court, the special court, the NDPS court has not granted bail to one set of accused, and if everything is similar, then granting bail to others, it looks like it is not possible. But what I am saying...
Okay, no, I get that. Shailesh Pandey,
just one second.
One second. I'll open this up debate now. शैलेश पांडे, ये बताइए कि ये जो राजनीतिक जो एक्यूजेशन, काउंटर एक्यूजेशन जो चल रहा है नवाब मलिक और समीर वानखेड़े के बीच में, व्हाट इज द नीड फॉर दिस? इससे क्या फायदा हो रहा है? मतलब किसको फायदा हो रहा है इससे, और इसका क्या लेना देना है आर्यन खान के केस से? बिकॉज नथिंग दैट मिस्टर मलिक इज सेइंग, चाहे वो रिलीजन की बात हो, बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट की बात हो, पहली पत्नी दूसरी पत्नी, what meaning does it have to Aryan Khan's case?
देखिए जाका जी, मैं प्रमुख तौर से ये कहूंगा कि इस जो केस है इसमें बहुत सारे पहलू हैं, अलग अलग पहलू हैं, लेकिन मैं बाकी सारे पहलू पे भी बात कर सकता हूं, लेकिन मुझे जो मुख्य तौर से लगता है कि जब से प्रभाकर सेल ने ये एनसीबी अधिकारी पे आरोप लगाए हैं, जो एफिडेविट दाखिल की है, उसके बाद से इस केस में जो सारी चीजें हुई हैं वो कोई राजनीतिक विषय नहीं है, वो कोई मतलब आरोप प्रत्यारोप का विषय नहीं है, वो एक गंभीर मुद्दा है कि आखिर में
नहीं ये बताइए, नहीं पांडे जी ये बताइए, ये सेल कौन है? ये पिछले 20 दिन से कहा था, तो ये सडनली मतलब ये इस वीकेंड पे कैसे सरफेस हो गया ये प्रभाकर सेल, और इसका क्या क्रेडिबिलिटी है?
यही बात,
जिस नोटरी से उसने ये लिखवाया कि पेपर्स में मुझसे जबरदस्ती साइन करवाया गया, उस नोटरी ने खुद आके बोला है कि ये भी एक्सटॉर्शन का गैंग का हिस्सा है, तो इसको कैसे विश्वास करें हम ये प्रभाकर सेल?
मैंने इसके पहले भी डिबेट में ये बात तथ्य को मैंने रखा है कि सबसे पहला तो सवाल ये उठता है, जब एनसीबी ने कार्रवाई की थी तो जिन लोगों को पकड़ा गया उसमें से 2 लोग छूटे कैसे? जहां पे ये पार्टी चल रही थी उसमें आयोजक कौन था? क्या वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी से जुड़े हुए लोग थे या कौन थे? 2 लोग जो छोड़े गए वो क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी से जुड़े हुए लोग थे या कौन थे?
सर, उसका और नवाब मलिक जो एक्यूजेशन लगाते जा रहे हैं उसका क्या लेना देना, क्या कनेक्शन है? कहीं और हमें यह भी लगता है कि नवाब मलिक को कोई रोक भी नहीं रहा। अघाड़ी की तरफ से आज वो कह रहे हैं कि मैंने मुख्यमंत्री से भी मुलाकात की, गृह मंत्री से भी मुलाकात की, क्या इन्होंने इनको नहीं बोला कि ऐसे मतलब चीजें पब्लिक डोमेन में नहीं रखना चाहिए, और वो भी एक इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग ऑफिसर के खिलाफ?
गंभीर विषय है। देखिए ये बहुत ही गंभीर विषय है, क्योंकि हमारे देश से जुड़ा हुआ विषय है, देश के युवाओं के भविष्य से जुड़ा हुआ विषय है। हम ड्रग्स के खिलाफ है, क्योंकि देखिए इसमें जिस तरह से
समीर वानखेड़े
इतना बड़ा आरोप लगता है,
मुस्लिम हो, क्रिश्चियन हो, इसका क्या लेना देना है केस के? उसका एक
नहीं,
पत्नी हो, दो
सर,
पत्नी
देखिए,
हो,
मैं
डिवोर्स
तो
हुआ
आपके
है,
चैनल पे या
उसने
किसी
बर्थ
भी
सर्टिफिकेट
चैनल
को
पे
फॉर्जरी
मैं-
किया है, इसका
मैं-
क्या मतलब है कि आर्यन खान के केस से क्या मतलब है इसका? कोई भी मतलब नहीं है, ये सिर्फ विशेष
देखिए,
करने के लिए कर रहे हैं नवाब मलिक।
मैंने पहले भी कहा इस केस के कई मुद्दे हैं, इस केस के कई मुद्दे हैं, कई पहलू
Let
हैं।
me go to Kapil
लेकिन
Sankla.
मैं जिस पहलू को
Kapil
ज्यादा
Sankla, I come back to
आता
the
हूं,
point.
वो
No, one
यही
second.
है
I come
कि
back
ये
to
जो
the point
प्रभाकर
that
ने आरोप लगाए
the
हैं,
lawyers
जो
today made,
भ्रष्टाचार
the
का,
lawyers for
NCP
Aryan
के
Khan
ऊपर
today
इतने
made
बड़े केंद्रीय
that,
एजेंसी पे
look,
उंगली
we
उठना,
have
ये
nothing to
बहुत
do
ही
with
गंभीर
Sayal,
विषय है
we have
और
nothing
इस
to
पे
do with
जांच
this
होनी
ongoing
चाहिए,
fight
इस पे
between
जांच होनी चाहिए और दूध का
Sameer
दूध,
Wankhede and
पानी का
Nawab
पानी
Malik.
होना चाहिए।
Just judge us on merit whether we deserve bail or not. Now, yesterday we had a couple of panelists on the show suggesting how is it that suddenly this witness has cropped up 20 days after Aryan Khan was arrested? What is his credibility? Is there a coincidence with the bail application that's coming up? Is this been done deliberately to muddy the waters? But now, after the defense counsel has said this has nothing to do with his client and is not going to help his client in any way, then it does raise questions. Is this the entire thing just politically motivated?
See, as far as the last suggestion is concerned, whether it is all politically motivated, I don't think so. What I do think so, that a lot of politicians have, entered the fray, knowing that there's a lot of footage being given to this matter. So let us also get our 15 seconds of media time, very honestly. And you know that I've dealt with many cases for politicians and matters which have been in the limelight. And what I've also realized over the years that there are a lot of people who probably just jump in the bandwagon, make a lot of noise, and they don't really care whether the matter is going in the way as has been strategized by the councils or not, because they're just interested in making a lot of noise. And that's, I think, what's happening in this matter as well. That's one part of it. The second part of it could also be strategy, because it's an undeniable fact that this Mr. Khan was in a ship. That ship was had a party which was a drug-infused party, that he was a part of that party. It's also nobody's case that he wasn't present there. It's also an admitted fact that he was a part of the party, that drugs were recovered from a friend, and that there are certain WhatsApp messages. So these are all undeniable facts. These are all admitted facts. Now, to digress from the issue, what you're doing is that you're raising fingers at the prosecuting agency, at the investigating agency, and the investigator himself. Rightly or wrongly, it doesn't really matter. As far as the allegations of the witnesses are concerned, this wouldn't be the first case where serious allegations have been raised against the investigator or the investigating agency, that they're coercing the witnesses, making them sign blank papers, and all of that. It's been done in, I think, every second CBI
the one difference, though, Mr. Sangla, and correct me if I'm wrong, mostly those kinds of instances crop up when the trial has begun, to try and seed doubts in the minds of the people who are hearing the case.
Yes, I'm
but
coming
in
to
this
that.
case,
You're absolutely
case, this is just a bail matter. What bearing does this have on the bail? Whether there is an independent witness claiming that this is extortion, his credibility, we don't know what his credibility is. I mean, I don't understand the connection at this stage, at the stage of bail.
Put. That's exactly, I was coming to that. So you see, as I pointed out, that there are certain undeniable facts in this case. And those undeniable facts are very serious. Mr. Rohtgi has tried to explain each and every fact, saying that I wasn't a part of the party. I did not go there. I was invited. I wasn't carrying any drugs. This gentleman was with me, but I had no control over him, etc., etc., etc. And has also tried to justify the WhatsApp communication, saying that this was pertaining to poker and rummy and all those games.
Yeah.
So what Mr. Rohtgi is trying to do is explain the instances or the chain that lead up to the issue of conspiracy. What is being parallelly sought to be done is to create a plan B argument, that the entire investigation is sullied, that there is something more that is there, that I am being falsely implicated because either my surname or because of some prior dispute, etc., etc.
Okay.
Now, I say this as a lawyer. That, and there's a saying in Hindi, ki raita phailana bada aasan hai, raita ko sametna bada mushkil hai. It's the same thing. Now, with all this cacophony, the fact that is undeniable is that the bail is there, and the bail will be argued only on merits and on prima facie case, which is being based on the case of the investigator.
Okay.
So as far as what his private life is, does not concern the court.
That does not have any bearing. Okay.
Yes, as far as those affidavits are concerned of the witnesses would be seen during trial, and the prosecution will be well within its right to drop those witnesses. And then what's going to happen?
Okay.
Nothing at all.
Let me
Nada.
ask Yashwardhan Azad, you know, what is also of concern is, and I'm not prejudging any accusation here, I'm not coming to any conclusion, but when the lead investigator, there is so much muck that is thrown around, whether it is because of political motivations or whatever other motivations are, in the normal course of things, it would have been in the interest of the NCB to come out and say, okay, since there's such a cloud hanging around the lead investigator's head, we find it only in the fitness of things that he be removed from this case and somebody else be appointed as the lead investigator. So far, NCB has not done that. What they're doing is, based on these allegations that have been put out by an independent witness, tomorrow they are sending a 5-member team to probe if there is any merit in this extortion charge.
There are already disputes over the 5-member team, or is it just a preliminary inquiry? But let me say that prior to the allegations, there were a few things in investigation which are a cause of concern. And I, as a very senior officer, if I would have been in the NCB, I would have questioned the investigator. First was the cruise ship was not stopped over there and the entire area searched. Number two is using those witnesses of that kind, which but is difficult to change at the last minute, the credibility of the witness. Third was, seizing a laptop after 20 days, which doesn't make any sense. Fourth, even the mobiles, which are supposed to be voluntarily surrendered, were not actually seized. So there are a couple of discrepancies in the investigation, which would look into. But basically, it did not detract from the material evidence of the case. Now, good or bad, the court accepted that he was a conscious possessor. And on the basis of that, the remand was sought that he is not only a conscious possessor, but he is dealing in bulk purchases and things like that. And that WhatsApp, messages were supposed to show. Now, I tell you, as an investigator, let me present my viewpoint. It is extremely difficult to get at the cartels, because today the dark web operates in terms of, purchases. That's an overlayer net in which only authorized people are supposed to get access. Okay. And payment is done by the cryptocurrency. So the question is, at this point of time, when the case goes to the High Court will, in its judicious capacity, will see whether the breakthrough that the NCB is trying to talk about and the connection is actually going to be established in a day or so, or they have had enough time. As far as I'm concerned, I think they've had enough time, because every case does not result in fruition, and therefore the bail case is very strong. As far as the calumnious slander is concerned, it's best to be absolutely, not even considered. As per CVC rules, Nawab Malik sent an anonymous letter to DG, which was thrown away, rightly so. And once you're questioning the credibility of the witness in Panchnama, how are you not questioning the credibility of the witness in that damn affidavit? Yeah. So this is all, this political football should be completely set aside. Yes, there should be a preliminary inquiry, but the case investigation should not be changed. It's a question of also the moral.
Who is playing this political football? That's the question to both Mr. Rajiv Pandey and Shailesh Pandey. Rajiv Pandey, who is playing this political football? And I think Yasho Azad is 100% right. On the one hand, if you're saying that the credibility of one witness is there, then what about the credibility of the other witness? It can't be that one witness's credibility is better than the others, and that's just a case of double standards if you're going by that. So Rajiv Pandey, who then is playing this politics? Who is then vitiating the atmosphere that doubts are being sowed in the minds of the people who are hearing this case?
Jaka ji, I completely agree with Azad ji as well as the lawyer on the panel. What they are saying, that is absolutely right. You tell me which political party has plugged into this issue. You know very well, the day, there is a clash of interest. There is a conflict of interest for one minister of the MBA. His own son-in-law was in jail for more than 8 months in the same charges. And this person has started talking and, Samir Wankhede is this, that. He talked about his mother's religion. He's talking about his first wife's religion. Then he's talking about his caste, that he was a Muslim, he converted to Dalit. I don't know. you know, BJP, as a BJP responsible member of the BJP, a spokesperson of the BJP, I am saying BJP has nothing to do with this. This is the matter between the accused, investigator and courts. Two people have got bail. It is up to the NCB whether they challenge this order before the High Court or not. Whether tomorrow, as far as the Gosavi, I'll tell you, today they are saying Gosavi. Arey, 1 second, Mr. Pandey, don't behave like this. What I'm saying, if Gosavi is wrong, his bodyguard is like doodh ka dhula hua. I am unable to understand why you are talking as you should hear at least the senior lawyer. I am also a lawyer. But I am not talking about, because I am representing BJP, you should have heard one investigator and one senior lawyer. Then you can basically understand what is going on.
शैलेश पांडे जी, ये भी सही है ना, मतलब अगर आप गोसावी के बात नहीं मानते हैं जो इंडिपेंडेंट विटनेस है, तो दूसरे इंडिपेंडेंट विटनेस को कैसे आपने बिलीव कर दिया? ये भी मतलब प्रभाकर सायल भी कहते हैं कि वो भी इंडिपेंडेंट विटनेस है, वो ठीक है, लेकिन गोसावी ठीक नहीं है। शैलेश जी,
सर, मैं पहले से ही ये बात कह रहा हूं शुरुआत से कि जिन दो लोगों को छोड़ा गया वो कौन थे? वो पॉलिटिकल व्यक्ति नहीं थे क्या? क्यों छोड़ा गया पॉलिटिकल व्यक्तियों को? किन बीजेपी नेताओं का फोन आया उनको छोड़ने के लिए? ये जो पार्टी ऑर्गेनाइज की गई थी किस बीजेपी नेता के माध्यम से या उसके कार्यकर्ता के माध्यम से? क्यों नहीं एनसीपी ने उस पर ध्यान दिया? और कहीं न कहीं मुझे तो ये लगता है अब ये प्रभाकर के आरोप होने के बाद ये गंभीर विषय,
आप ये तो बताइए, आप प्रभाकर के जो बात है वो सुनने के लिए तैयार है, लेकिन गोसावी ने जो बात की वो सुनने के लिए आप तैयार नहीं है। ये तो डबल स्टैंडर्ड है, ये तो गलत बात है। दोनों एक ही किस्म के इंडिपेंडेंट विटनेस है।
नहीं, दोनों की नहीं, सभी की बात सुनी जानी चाहिए। तो उसके लिए एसआईटी की जांच होनी चाहिए। जांच में जो होगा वो दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी होगा।
जांच तो ऑलरेडी चल रही है ना, एनसीबी टीम की चल रही है जांच।
कहता हूं, मैं मांग नहीं,
क्या एनसीबी के जांच के ऊपर आपको कोई भरोसा नहीं है? जांच तो ऑलरेडी चल रही है एनसीबी की।
हमको एनसीबी पे पूरा भरोसा है, एनसीबी पे पूरा भरोसा है, लेकिन पिछले दिनों से जो महाराष्ट्र सरकार को बदनाम करने के लिए सीबीआई हो, चाहे ईडी हो, चाहे एनसीबी हो, चाहे इनकम टैक्स हो, जिस तरह से सरकार को अव्यवस्थित करने के लिए, इनको हिलाने के लिए,
ये सब लोग महाराष्ट्र सरकार को बदनाम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आपको नहीं लगता कि नवाब मलिक साहब जो कह रहे हैं पब्लिक डोमेन में, उससे आपको कोई बेइज्जती नहीं हो रही है? नवाब मलिक जो भी कह रहे हैं वो ठीक है, लेकिन ये सब एजेंसी आपके पीछे पड़े हैं आपको बेईमान करने में।
नहीं, मुझे ये बताइए, अगर एजेंसी की सारी बातें सही होती तो ये मामला उलझता क्यों? एक के बाद एक, और ये गंभीर से गंभीर आरोप
यही तो बता रहे हैं पांडे जी कि ये सब पूरा पॉलिटिकल
खेल, मैं मानता हूं
पॉलिटिकल खेल खेला जा रहा है। इसके पीछे कौन है, उनका उद्देश्य क्या है, ये तो मुझे पता नहीं है, लेकिन ये जरा सर ये सामने आ रहा है कि ये पूरा जो है राजनीतिक चाल चला रहा है कोई। Anyway, I'm going to go to this piece of breaking news. I want to thank all the guests. This piece of breaking news coming in again connected with this particular case. Now we're given to understand that the NCB is likely to summon Prabhakar Sail, who's come out as the independent. He was the bodyguard, the driver of Gosavi, who's come out and said that this whole thing was an extortion bid. He has now been summoned to appear before the NCB's vigilance team on Thursday. Remember, a 5-member team is already there. They will be reaching Wednesday to question Mr. Sameer Wankhede with these allegations that have been put out in the public domain by Prabhakar Sail. And Mr. Sail himself will be called for questioning by the NCB on Thursday. Mihir is joining us with more details. Mihir, what more information do you have?
Yes, this is what we are picking up at this point from our sources at NCB. We know a team of NCB is reaching Mumbai tomorrow, and they will head the entire vigilance inquiry that has been set up on the basis of all the allegations that are leveled on NCB regarding the manner in which this investigation took place, and also clear allegations on Sameer Wankhede for really not carrying on this investigation in accordance with law. So now we are hearing that Prabhakar Sahil, who's the first independent witness named in this particular drug cruise case, who will be summoned by NCB, and he will be summoned for day after tomorrow.
All right, Mihir, we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much. Mihir there with more details about this notice that's been sent to Prabhakar Sahil. His summons. He's been asked to appear before the NCB on Thursday. The vigilance team is there on Wednesday, and they will be speaking with Mr. Wankhede as well on these raft of allegations that have been laid bare by Prabhakar Sahil. That's a wrap. I'll catch you again tomorrow night, same time. Good night.